How much time do you really have left? Do you ever wonder how much time you actually have left? Most people don't think about it until their bodies start sending quiet, secret signals. Signals that often go unnoticed until it's too late. Today we're going to talk about 7 proven signs that can reveal whether you might outlive your friends or if you're on a faster track than you realize. And when we get to sign number 3, if it hits home for you, I want you to type 3 in the comments. Meet Joe and Frank, 2 childhood friends. They grew up fishing together, fixing cars together, and yes, complaining about taxes together. They both turned 70 in the same year. At Joe's 70th birthday party, he was already dreaming about his 80s and 90s, about trips he wanted to take, books he wanted to write, and watching his granddaughter graduate. Frank laughed and said, "I'll be lucky to make it to 75. He joked, but inside, he felt tired, achy, and mentally checked out. Fast forward 10 years, Joe was still jogging in the park, planning a hiking trip. Frank wasn't around anymore. So what made the difference? It wasn't good luck. It was a handful of small but powerful habits, things that science tells us are directly linked to a longer, healthier life. Let's go through them, using Joe and Frank as our guides. Sign number 1, you move every day. Frank thought exercise meant pumping heavy weights at the gym, something he hadn't done in decades. So he barely moved at all. Joe, he walked every single morning, rain or shine. Research shows that even light activity, like a slow walk for 30 minutes, can cut the risk of early death in seniors by 20 to 30%. Movement keeps blood flowing, muscles active, and your mood brighter. Tip: aim for 20 to 30 minutes of light activity daily. Walking, stretching, gardening. Don't overcomplicate it. Consistency beats intensity. If you already take daily walks, type walk in the comments. Sign number 2, you eat for nutrition, not just for comfort. Frank had a nightly ritual, ice cream. He'd say, "At my age, dieting is pointless." Joe still enjoyed treats, but most of his meals were vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Studies from the blue zones, areas with the world's longest living people, show they eat mostly plants, avoid processed foods, and keep portions moderate. Tip: fill half your plate with colorful vegetables and save sweets for occasional treats. Which snack is healthier for your heart? Almonds or potato chips? Write your guess in the comments. Sign number 3, you have a reason to wake up every morning. Frank spent most days watching TV. "Just passing time," he'd say. Joe volunteered at the library, mentored young mechanics, and always had a project list. In Japan, they call this ikigai, your reason for living. People with a strong purpose have lower stress and healthier brains. Tip: write down 3 things you look forward to each week. Start a hobby, volunteer, or share a skill. If you already have something that excites you in the morning, type 3 in the comments. Sign number 4, you stay socially connected. Frank lost touch with most friends after retiring. He didn't want to bother people. Joe stayed in touch. Calls, walking groups, weekly coffee dates. Harvard's 75-year study found close relationships are the single strongest predictor of long-term health. Isolation, on the other hand, raises the risk of heart disease, dementia, and depression. Tip: make at least 2 social plans a week. Even a short phone call counts. Tag a friend in the comments you want to reach 100 with. Sign number 5. You manage stress before it manages you. Frank carried stress like a backpack. Money worries, bad news, grudges. Joe, he practiced simple breathing exercises and took regular breaks from the news. Chronic stress damages your body, raising inflammation, blood pressure, and blood sugar. Relaxation habits can help undo some of that damage. Tip: try the 4-7-8 breathing method. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. And spend time in nature at least twice a week. If you've tried meditation or deep breathing, comment "calm" below. Sign number 6. You keep your mind busy. Frank gave up reading. "My brain's too old," he'd say. Joe learned Spanish at 72 and played chess online. Mental challenges build cognitive reserve, which helps delay dementia symptoms. Every new skill strengthens your brain connections. Tip: learn a game, language, or instrument, or read for 15 minutes a day. If you still love learning new things, type "learn" in the comments. Sign number 7. You stay on top of health checks. Frank skipped doctor visits. "If I don't know, it can't hurt me." Joe kept up with checkups, screenings, and vaccines. Catching problems early makes treatment easier and more effective. This includes blood pressure checks, cancer screenings, eye exams, and hearing tests. Tip: see your doctor at least once a year and keep a small notebook of your results and questions. If you've had a checkup in the past year, comment "check" below. Joe's outcome versus Frank's. At 82, Joe is not just alive, he's living, hiking, laughing, making plans for next year. Frank passed at 75, not from one single illness, but from a chain of preventable problems: poor diet, no movement, stress, and loneliness. It wasn't fate, it was daily choices. So, of these 7 signs, which ones are already part of your life? Pick the number that fits you best and drop it in the comments. And if you want more practical health tips like this, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone you want to see at your 90th birthday party.